Hey there, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Violet Vixen. We are making rum chocolate, which is basically just a little dessert served up in a little glass, something fancy, with a bit of rum and chocky in it. So we only need 5 ingredients, a bowl that we can simmer over hot water, and that's about it. So gather it up and let's get ready to go. Okay, so our first important part is to actually make sure that we get all our ingredients ready. So to weigh your chocolate, pop a bowl on there. Ideally, I'd use the bowl that you're actually going to put over the simmering water. Hit T-A-R-E, tare, and we need 175 grams. Now, I've gone the whopping great big block because otherwise I think I was going to have to buy 2 blocks anyway, which would have ended up being too much chocolate. Well, there's no such thing as too much chocolate, but anyway. So I only need 175 grams of this. Ow. Don't do what I just did. Actually just scondled my finger, if that's a word. Oh, it actually did hurt too. Okay, so even though I'm putting it in big chunks, okay, perfect, 176 grams. So you have chocolate for your sweet tooth, which I have got lately. Okay. Always go with chocolate that you like to eat. It makes the recipe taste better too. As you know, I did used to shop at Aldi, but once the hospital visits became essential, I changed it to Coles. Now, unfortunately, I can go back to Aldi. I'm not saying unfortunately because I'm leaving Coles. I'm saying unfortunately because bless her soul, she passed away. So I unfortunately have no routine that had to revolve around hospitals anymore. I can't say I'm upset about that. All I can say is I'm upset because she passed away. So, but I'm also not upset as such because I don't have to see her suffering anymore. And if you've ever been through watching someone suffer with cancer, you'll know it's not fun when you're literally with them from the first day they get diagnosed with it to the day they pass. It's very traumatic. But yeah, I will keep pushing on. So yeah, my ingredients may change back to where I used to shop. I think that's what I was sort of getting to in a very beautiful roundabout way. Okay, so that is our chocolate. When you melt it over the hot water, you must, and I stress this, you must not use a wooden spoon. Slightest bit of moisture from that wooden spoon will seize that chocolate. You don't want seized chocolate, it sucks. Alright, so use a metal spoon. Okay, so if you're putting that on, I suggest you have eyes in the back of your head. I've just put it on one. Sometimes when I put mine on one, it doesn't come on, so that's lucky for me, I suppose. Next thing we've got to do is separate 3 eggs with our egg separator. I don't know if you've seen me use the egg separator before. If you have, good. If you haven't, then you're going to learn something. So basically put it over 1 cup. Crack it gently. Don't really crack it because we want to try and keep the yolk intact. Then you want just a teaspoon, because what we need to do is we need to get the yolk out. I'm going to pop the yolks in the other teacup and the white into the jug. Okay, so repeat that again. All right. If you haven't got one of these egg separators, go get one. It's so much easier. The other way to do it is to juggle it backwards and forwards. That can be a pain. If you crack that yolk, no matter what, you're gone anyway. So try not to crack the yolk. But the good thing with this is that the majority of the times you will actually end up with a perfect breakage. As I said, as long as you don't really smack it hard when you crack it like that. So there's the third one. Perfect. Okay. So we have 3 yolks in 1 cup. 3 whites in the jug. Okay, perfect. All right, so that part's ready. So we're melting the chocolate in a bowl over a pan of hot water. Then once that's done, we're going to beat the yolks into the melted chocolate and then add the rum. Now, by beating it in, just use a whisk. Yeah, it's not coming on yet, which is good. That's why I put it on low, so I don't have to literally stand over the top of it like I normally do. Rum, most of the times when I'm cooking, I'll use white rum, unless it actually tells you to use dark rum. I think white rum's more of a dessert rum. I don't know. I haven't cooked with dark rum for anything else, so I use my Bacardi, which I've had for a while. I'm not really a big white rum drinker. I think I've mainly had this for cocktails and things like that. So that is the one that I'm using. If you want to use your Bundaberg rum, that's the well-known rum, go ahead and use it. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference, unless maybe the Bacardi rum's a bit sweeter. I really don't know. If someone wants to do a taste test, do a batch with white rum and a batch with dark rum and put a comment in there. I'd absolutely love some feedback. I'm all for feedback. If you find out something, please tell me. Double cream, 150 mils. 150 mils is just a smidgen under 2/3 of a cup. Smidgen. Yes, that is a very precise word. Double thick cream is really good because it's just naturally super thick. You don't need to whip it. It's very expensive, but look, we're making a fancy ass dessert here. All right, it might be a bit more than we need, but who cares? All right, so that is all ready to go. So now we're just waiting for the chocolate to melt, and then we can get into it. So we need a tablespoon of that, and then we also need a tablespoon of our flaked almonds, which I was supposed to use for something else, but I never did. I kept eating it without them. I don't think it matters that much. So 4 ramekins are the best things to use. This is one of those desserts that I actually recommend that you do for after a dinner party. with a drink, whether you want to have some rum with it or something else. But yeah, so we'll be back when our chocolate's melted. Okay, so when your chocolate's all melted, your next step is to beat the yolks in. So to beat the yolks in, what you really want to do is grab a whisk. So that's the easiest way to beat them in. Get that spoon out. They don't really want to go in there, but tell them they're going in there and shut up. All right. Beautiful. Okay. So once they're in, add the rum, which is your 1 tablespoon of Bacardi, or likewise. You don't have to use Bacardi, but I'm going to. Okay. Give that a whip in. Alright, then get your stick mixer. If you haven't got one of these, I strongly recommend you go and get one. I'm not going to name any fancy brand names because this is just a Braun, but seriously, this makes things so much easier unless you want to use your handheld mixer. And don't do what I just did because I've just lost about one of them. Okay, get a bigger jug. So do not do how I just did it. I think I've lost the equivalent of 1 white. Hopefully it won't worry it too much. It probably will. Oh well, I've just egg glazed the lino. Needs something doing to it. I don't think egg glaze is going to fix it though. If you get the shits with doing it with this, grab the handheld mixer. Sometimes you need the handheld mixer to finish it. It is hard work. Alright. I'm going to do what I said I'll do if this doesn't do it. I sort of hate getting the mixer down just for this, but you just get to a stage where you go, enough is enough. Let's just get this over with. Okay. So you know what I'm talking about, right? This is the backup plan. When plan A doesn't go to plan, have a plan B. Alright, here we go. At least this one I can turbocharge. And I'm not going to worry about the equivalent of an extra egg white. Doesn't matter. It's nearly there. Good news. It's nearly there. Alright. Near enough is good enough. Alright, eject those beaters. In they go. Shove that off to the side. Alright, so it takes 2 different kitchen tools to whip an egg white. It's weird. Sometimes you just want to say, stuff it, I'll get the beater out. Other times you go, nah, and it'll work with the other one. So go figure. Alright, we're going to fold this into our chocolate mixture. Beautiful. Pop that in. Alright. Stir that through. Alright. Excellent. Now we are to chill this and then pour it into the glasses. To me, it's a much of a much. It's going to end up in glasses eventually anyway. So I'm going to do it the other way. Into the glasses first. I'm probably going to have to not put the whipped cream on top though. For the double cream. It's not whipped. It's just double. Okay. So it actually hasn't set yet. So what we need to do, I would grab a ladle, because with a ladle you can actually what do you call it, plan your servings a lot better. Okay, in you go. In you go. So not quite a ladle full to start with. That is a very small serving, and I'm pretty sure that it's not a small serving just because I lost a yolk. I didn't lose a yolk, did I? I lost a white. Very good to those that are watching. Alright. So, that is that. Refrigerate those until they're set. Dollop your cream on top. I'm going to try one with the dollop of cream in it. You know what, just dollop your cream in it now. I'm pretty sure it's not going to harm anything. If it does, it's my fault. So I'm just dolloping the cream in now. Fortunately, or unfortunately, I'm not going to get any of this tonight because it's going to have to refrigerate. And I'm driving tomorrow, so I don't know if I should be eating it before I drive. Alright, so because we're going ahead with it, we'll just put the flaked almonds on top as well. A few extra. Alright, just put some extra on top. 1 tablespoon's nothing. Alright, fantastic. Okay, that has been rum chocolate. You have been watching Cooking with Violet Vixen. And I'd like to thank you once again. And I will catch you on our next adventure. Bye!